Hey guys, what is going on? Derpy Soren, and today I have my first impressions of Ghost. Now, the game has been out for a week, so I can finally make up my mind of how I feel towards this game. And we're going to start off with multiplayer, then on to Extinction, and lastly multiplayer because. Not multiplayer, single player. Why? Because I really haven't played single player except the two first missions. So, starting off with multiplayer, I'm actually recording this first, so I don't know what gameplay you'll be seeing. But multiplayer, it's fun. Um, if you heard it before, you die way too easily in this game. Probably like 3, 4 shots and you're dead. And pretty much, if you see two guys in a room, then you're pretty much screwed. And this has been happening a lot to me, and I haven't been able to get quite of the greatest games ever. I've just barely managed to stay at a 1.17 KD kill death ratio. And most games I end up going anywhere from 15 to 10 or 15-15 or 20 to 11. And every now and then I do get exceptional, awesomely well played games where I go like 27 and 9 or 37 and 11. And just games that are relatively good. Unfortunately, I never been able to capture those. And for some reason, whenever I go to capture some gameplay, I get nervous and I do very badly. So you might be seeing a couple of few bad gameplays throughout this week. But I can pretty much assume that is also due to the fact that this weekend was double XP weekend. So everybody was grinding the hell out of the game, trying to get to the high levels and unlock all the stuff they wanted. And pretty much everybody was tryharding. But also because it's a new game and it's barely been out a week, nobody has been able to do incredibly well. I mean, there's been people that do 69 and 3 and all that. But in my case, which I consider myself a relatively above average Call of Duty player, I haven't been able to get quite the games I've been wanting to. So that's one thing. You die way too easily, and yeah, that's pretty much it. You die way too easily in this game, and the maps are too big. Well, they're big for current gen because it's only 12 players total per match. I'm pretty sure that 16 players in total will be just fine, but 6v6 it honestly seems too low for some of the maps. Another thing, I haven't really been able to play all the maps. Most of them I've played only through squads, but maps such as Freefall, I haven't actually seen them in any of the game list playlists. I mean, so that's one thing. I've only played Freefall on private match against bots, and it looks like a good map. I got quite confused. That's another thing. The maps, some of them are good, some of them are bad. There's still quite a few maps I can't really, get the hang of. I still need to memorize, and some I already know most of the spawn points. Let's see. Another thing, weapons. Weapons, the variety of weapons, it's cool. I find myself using like only 3 weapons, one from like each class. That is assault rifles, submachines, and just recently sniper rifles. And honestly, in this game, I think the best class, well, weapon class overall would be the assault rifles. I feel that they're the best all around. And if you're really feeling good for it, just go for some machine guns. They're pretty much the same, just, depends on the attachments. The weapons I've been using a lot are the Honey Badger, the AK-12, and the ARX-10, I believe. And, just a little bit of the Vector. Another thing is the creative class. It's cool. Most of the times I find myself not actually using secondaries or lethals at all, and I still go good. So, that's a big plus. Um, I would say that about 60 to 70% of the time I'm just running main weapon and like 5, 10, no, not 5, 5 to 8 perks, more or less. Uh, the kill streaks, they're good. My only complaint would be the dog. I feel the guard dog doesn't do as well as they should, because most of the times I have on my side and I'm reloading, thinking that if somebody comes up, the dog is just gonna go quickly and kill him. But no, I end up dying, and the dog will only go and kill the guy after I'm I died, and most of the times he won't even react, and he ends up getting killed. And some of the kill streaks do seem a little bit tough to get, but I would only assume that is because, it's so easy to die. The perks, there's a lot of good perks. I haven't actually bought any. I'm just using them as I unlock them, which is okay by my standards. I've been doing well with the perks I have, and honestly, I don't see any problem with that. Another thing that I haven't really used is Specialist, and mainly because I don't really like Specialist, I prefer to run Support or Assault. Although most of this time I'm running Assault, because I actually do end up getting at least my guard dog. And today, maybe here in a couple of days, you'll see me getting a Chem Strike out of a care package. I don't do that well in that game, but still a Chem Strike, and you should see it. Let's see. So overall, I would give the multiplayer about a 9 out of 10, 9.5 at most. I mean, it's still the first week, and the double XP really just made it so tough to do any good because of all people are tryharding. But I'm pretty sure that maybe in like a month or so, everything will clear up, and I'll be able to get exceptionally good games. So yeah, I'll stick with my let's give it an 8.5 out of 10 to the multiplayer. Just for now, I'll give it a few months, and maybe like here in a month or so, I'll tell you a good grade for the multiplayer. Moving on to Extinction now. It's fun. I like the whole class-based system. I like how how you get to choose your loadout before you start the game, so you can either be a medic, support, I believe a ammo guy. I don't know what that would be. Yeah, in this ammo, you get. I don't know. I still don't play that well. I mainly just use the ammo class. But like what I've seen is that there's quite a variety to customize your loadout. There's a playstyle for everyone. So, or when you're playing with buddies, which is up to 4 players, you can each have a role, and that makes it a whole lot easier, and you probably get a lot further. I've only played Extinction by myself, which you're probably seeing some gameplay about right now. And what I've seen, it's pretty fun. Definitely holds up to be a good competitor against zombies. I just hope that, in the DLC packs that come out next year, that they do introduce new maps and they do further the story. Although I haven't really finished it, so I don't know if, it's a one-time thing or if it's going to be like Zombie where it just pans on to a whole storyline. The zombies can be a bit tough at times. I don't know if you'll be seeing right about now. Sometimes I end up having a really hard time and end up dying because for some reason I shoot them, but they'll get like underneath you in such a way where it won't detect hits. Probably would say that the scorpion is by far the worst alien alongside those ones that explode. I don't know the whole names right about now. The only one I do know of is the scorpion because that one seems to be giving me the hardest time whenever I play. What else? The way you level up your stats, your class, whatever, your ammo perks, it's really cool. It's really easy to get skill points. I find most of the challenges they give you whenever you're destroying a hive to be pretty easy most of the time. Every now and then you will get a few hard ones that are, I think, like get 15 kills while prone. And I've gotten that. Kill one, I believe, the mole zombie in 30 seconds, which I got that the other day. I didn't find him until the last 5 seconds, and I wasn't able to kill him. And, completing those challenges and destroying hives really helps out to get skill points. A thing I do not like is sometimes the weapons. For example, the assault rifles you find in the first area, the little town thing. I bought some of the assault rifles thinking they were going to be fully automatic, but when I started shooting it just ended up being one shot. I don't know what's the deal behind that. I guess you have to find the fully automatic upgrade further down the line by searching in the trash bags, which is another cool thing. You can find your perks and all that stuff. Need to buy them or upgrade the gun. You have to look for them, which is pretty cool. A big downside to this would be only having $6,000 to spend, which, in my opinion, really hasn't been a problem since most of the time since I'm running with the ammo, that's all I really need, and it only costs $2,250. So that's the only thing I pretty much end up using. Every now and then I'll use the turret or some of the grenades and all that. So $6,000 total can be a good thing and a bad thing. Let's see what else is there. The gameplay, it's fun. Like I said, it's a good competitor against zombies. Although sometimes I find it, a little bit too hard. I feel that it should. You don't have that much time to search around before you have to start worrying about aliens coming up against you. And if I've said zombies instead of aliens, which I was just starting to think of, I'm sorry. But most of the times it does become a little bit bothersome to have to be, worrying about the aliens when you're searching for stuff before you start destroying another hive. But that just adds to the ambient. And I've actually gotten scared a few times where I'm just like searching through a bag or looking around. Suddenly, I just start getting hit from behind, and only to find out there's like 5 aliens behind me. Overall, I would get Extinction a solid 9.5 out of 10. No, actually, no, 9 out of 10. I find it to be, just almost perfect, but still lacking quite a few things. Hopefully, some of these things will get fixed with a further update or maps. Because for one map, from what I've seen, it's pretty big. It looks pretty big, but I still hope they expand it. Because that map, I'm pretty sure after a few months or a few times playing, will get it boring. Finally, the campaign, which is I've only played about 2 missions. What can I say? It looks promising, although the idea of a space station getting hijacked just seems overall absurd to the max. I just couldn't take that moment seriously after they started to hijack the Odin space shuttle or whatever satellite. Although I just I really couldn't take the moment as seriously as I would like because that just seemed absurd to the max. Getting hijacked, get all that in space. Not to mention that it seems that they recycled the part from Modern Warfare 2, from Modern Warfare 2 ending in the beginning of the campaign. Coincidence or not, I think that still seems a bit shady and can overall just change some of my feelings towards Call of Duty. Not enough to make me stop playing it, but it just kind of confirms that they might just copy paste some things. The campaign looks promising. From my friend has been playing it a lot. He's told me all about it. It sounds incredible from all the gameplay I've seen from like walkthroughs and all that. It looks amazing, but I haven't personally played it, and I can't really say any feelings about it. So overall, I would only give this an 8 out of 10 from what I've seen and heard. I don't know. I just feel that it won't really hold up to many other Call of Duty stories. Um, it'll hold up quite enough to to entertain me and to say, wow, this was a great story. But I feel that other stories have been told in Call of Duty that just seem a way better. One of my favorite stories inside the Call of Duty being the Black Ops storyline. That's just one of my favorite storylines. Didn't like at first I didn't like the idea of them going way to the future, but that's it. Finally, the way this Call of Duty holds up to me against every other Call of Duty, I would rank it my third favorite Call of Duty. I would say Black Ops 2 is my favorite game of all time, favorite Call of Duty of all time. Ghost, from what I play, is a close second. Modern Warfare 3, third. Um, Fourth place would be what's called Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare. Fifth place would be World of War. And last place would be Modern Warfare 2 as of the further storylines. I'm not really taking into account Call of Duty 1 through 3, just, the ones that are indeed a lot more popular. Modern Warfare 2 is just my least favorite game for various reasons. It's just a broken game. And Black Ops 2, I don't know why, it's just my favorite game. I thought that game was indeed perfect. I would rank um, Call of Duty Ghost overall 9 out of 10. Solid 9 out of 10. It brings new content to the table, but at the same time it lacks or it just seems to need more stuff overall. I would rank Black Ops 2, in case you're wondering. I would rank it 9.5 out of 10, since, no game, in my opinion, is perfect. Well, every now and then there are perfect games, but considering it's Call of Duty and its longevity of only 1 year, yes, Call of Duty Ghost certifiably has a 9 out of 10. No doubts about it. Many of you will probably agree with me or not, but I don't really care. Overall, no, let's say, no, yeah, 9 out of 10 seems good in my book. Just please keep in mind this is my opinion. This is from what I've played. This in no way, supposed to represent everybody's opinion over it. And just because I give it a 9 out of 10 doesn't mean, I only like Call of Duty. I enjoy every other game, in my opinion. Games that deserve a 10 out of 10 would be probably Grand Theft Auto 5, Battlefield 3. I actually enjoyed Battlefield 3 more than Battlefield 4. And probably Halo 4, in my opinion. Those three games deserve a 10 out of 10. Just out of my personal favorites, Not saying that anybody who gives it a lower score is bad or not. Anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. I hope you leave a like and comment and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Later.